The environment created by a medical facility is vital to ensure the safety of staff and the best outcomes for patients. Hive delivers an impressive amount of space, with safety designed in.
Negative pressure is critical when we've got ICU sorts of environments. So think about when we've got airborne viruses and things like that. It's critical we keep them away from our nurses and get them away from the main core. So the way that the cluster is designed, we're actually drawing in air from the very top of it, bringing in this nice clean air through where the nurses station is, comes in underneath the doors and then extracted out through the outside perimeters. As the contaminants are coming out through this extraction point, they actually go through a bath with a sponge in there, so it actually helps purify any contaminants before it goes out into the atmosphere. One of the problems we've got with normal makeshift hospitals is that the constant bringing of oxygen tanks. Now that's a real problem. So we're actually putting in our own oxygen generator. So the Hive will generate its own oxygen and then actually gets stored in the network of pipes in the walls. It also has a backup within tanks inside the actual cluster and then goes through to the very familiar, the oxygen points in the walls. Basically means that this is a self-sustainable oxygen supply, which I think is extremely important when we are into these sorts of remote locations. In the medical cluster, we've actually got a dedicated area for medical testing. So it's more for when you're actually doing samples and urines and actually doing your own analysis part of it there. One of the problems with deploying a facility like this is that usually there's a whole lot of infrastructure such as power cables that are laying around and really quite unsafe. So with the Hive, all of that's built inside the walls, or we've got plug and play. So the result of that is actually a really safe facility, which is a really important part of what we're doing. In the design, we really looked at spatial awareness. So it's important that doctors have the ability to walk around patients, that they feel like they're not crammed into a shipping container. So we have different rules to shipping containers. So we're making our own product, through use of composites. So as a result of that, we've got a very spacious facility, which is what you need if you're going to spend a lot of time in these sorts of working conditions.